Hi, Sprouts. Let me boop. Yeah, this is a little odd. Usually we stream Mondays, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. But it is currently 1 p.m. Eastern on a Friday. Um, I wanted to do a little bonus mini stream. To kind of recap lore because we got a ton of new Sprouts since my debut, and I threw out my lore here and there, and I don't want them to get confused. What's the facility? What do you mean, sisters? Lots of questions like that. I thought I'd just kind of cover and answer them here. Let me start the music real quick. If it will. Come on, Kira Magic. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Here we are. Haven't used this screen in a while. I just threw some papers together. I hope that's okay. But first things first, I'm Mana. I'm a Mandrake. Technically, I am from Project Mandrake. And I'm not a natural Mandrake, I'm a scientifically made one. 70% human, 30% plant, or so I'm told. But yeah, Mana is a game I picked. I like it a lot. My birthday's March 4th, Pi Day. Very, very thematic, I guess. Age adult, you don't need to know specifics, right? And height is 5'5". You know, depends if you're measuring from the flower or from my head. I'll leave it up to you. But the facility, I mention it a lot. And I thought we'd kind of go over, it's where I live, it's where we live. Me and my little planty family. Yeah, it's run by Sika government, so you know how funding is with the government here or there sometimes. But yeah, it's super big. Like, you could walk around all day and still find new places. There is green spaces, but we don't really use them too much. There's lots of Mandrake self-care areas, like our sunlight lamps, because we can't exactly go outside whenever we want. We have to have a reason to be going outside, we can't just wander around. And we do have mud tubs. Mandrakes being plants, and specifically being roots, we need some time to kind of absorb those planty nutrients. We have, your general mud. We have clay, which is kind of my favorite kind of soil. And then we have like a sandy soil one. I don't like that one at all, but a few of the mandrakes prefer the sand. Yeah, mythology. A lot of people go mandrake from Harry Potter. No, not exactly, not exactly. The people part is actually the root, and my flower is what's supposed to be above ground. We actually are from European mythology, and that's about it. Just kind of, yeah, I know it's a little boring. I'm not like a dragon. I'm gonna be like, yeah, yes, around the world. There are thousands of these. No, we're just Europe. We're just kind of like England, France kind of area. I'm not sure if it stretches farther. It probably does. We don't like being dug up if we are in our mud baths or if we're napping underground. As some mandrakes prefer, like, it's gonna sound weird, dirt naps, prefer to like sleeping in a bed. I prefer a bed. But there are we do scream. Well, how should I put this? I haven't developed the mythological power to scream yet. I don't think many of the mandrakes have. Well, I guess 13 has, but she's like, screaming hurts your ears anyway. So maybe she's just ahead of the game. Our blood and our yeah, I'd say our blood is pretty toxic, but like our bites, because when we were little, 97 really didn't like this one scientist, and she bit them, and he was, bedridden for a few days, and we found out, oh, like all of the mandrake is poisonous, including our bites, like the yuck spit kind of thing. Really gross, I know, I'm sorry. But not just poisonous, we do have some other effects. I've not been told what, like, we know spit causes like mild nausea and paralysis. Apparently, in mythology, mandrakes can like make people sleepy, make people die. It's a lot. Basically, if something bad happens, you probably ran out of a mandrake in some way, shape, or form. It's a lot of fluff and stuff to gotta sort through. That's one reason why I don't want to play horror games unless you guys super want it, because I don't wanna. I don't want to go midstream and have someone like pass out because magical mandrake screams. The scream might protect you, but I don't want to risk it. Yes, the facility people, my family. There are 36 mandrake sisters, all in all. Yeah, you probably heard me refer to 13 earlier in 97. We all go by numbers. If we go back to here, I'm 22. The designation is Project Mandrake, that's the M. Plot B, that's the plot I was grown in. We were all in Plot B, all of my sisters. And I was Mandrake subject number 22. So that's where 22 comes from. But yeah, we're all scattered. The reason why I don't refer to them to name and I refer to them to numbers or not at all, our names are really kind of special to us. Like, yeah, everyone knows what we are, but it's kind of like, I don't want to say the Warrior Cats, where they have like, no, is it the Warrior Cat? No, it's the cats from the Cats musical. That's like, oh, you have your name everyone knows you by, and the name that is very special to you, you don't tell many people? I mean, I tell you guys, and you guys are on the internet, but like, that's different. I feel like I can trust you guys. And we have 10 Elrond sisters, and I doodled a little picture there. They're more planty than us in some ways. Think of like a mermaid, but instead of fish, it's like a giant flower. And yeah, they're kind of, they're immobile, unfortunately, you know, not having legs like we do. But yeah, that's why she's just kind of, she has her little push cart, and they get pushed around by some of the scientists. But other times they just kind of like park them in the kitchen so they can use their little like, I don't want to say tentacles, vines, that's it. Little vines to kind of grab things off the top shelf. It makes it really handy. Imagine standing in a kitchen and being able to grab everything you need without getting up. When we were little, we could like sit on the pedals and like read books, but I'm much bigger now, so I kind of have to either sit on the push cart or stand next to them. They're real tall though. They're like 8 foot tall, I think, on average. Then there's Plot B Supervisor, or just Supervisor. She's kind of in charge of all of us mandrakes, kind of watching over us, make sure we get to our tests in time and all of our experiments. Yeah, she's kind of strict, but you know, we can't hate her for it. There is Mother, all capitals. Mandrakes do have a mom, genetically at least. We were all kind of made in a lab, so we don't. I guess DNA donor would be a better term. But yeah, she was one of the scientists. She donated her DNA to be used for us and kind of spliced with plants. The male DNA did not work for plants. That's why all of the planty experiments are kind of all girls, because you need that extra space in the X chromosome. We've never met her. She kind of didn't realize what mandrakes were made for, and I'll get to that in a second. But she didn't exactly agree with it, and kind of just left the project as kind of a, I don't want to be a part of this work. And then we have, you know, general assorted staff. You got your janitors, your other scientists, your lab aides. And before I get to the last one, what were mandrakes made for? We were made to kind of be based on human labor. Like, imagine a robot that you never needed to fix, that was a lot cheaper to produce, and if it ever broke, you could replace it very easily. That's what the plan was for us to kind of be plant robots, in a way. If you need farm labor done, there we go. You don't have to worry about that dangerous, like, work factory. That's the word. Dangerous factory work. Put us in there. If we lose a hand, we'd be plants. You could also be like 24-hour gas station attendants too. But yeah, that didn't work out. We're a bit too human for that. They were more looking for the, you know, the watermelons from Steven Universe, the sentient, but they're also completely plant. That's what they were going for. They got too much plant for the Alrunes and not enough plant for the Mandrakes. So I'm not sure if they're gonna try again. I'm not sure if there's another project in the works just yet. I'm not ready to be a big sister. Big sister more to the other Mandrakes. More than I am to the other Mandrakes. Sentences. Yeah, all of Mandrakes, you think, oh, you know, experiments, they'll all be born, or grow, or sprout, or whatever you want to call it. About the same time, we were all scheduled for like April 1st through April 7th, but I got out early on Pi Day, March 14th, and I was among the first like 8 or so of the 36, so I kind of took big sister role, but we're all basically twins. That's how we kind of see ourselves. Yeah, but I guess I have to talk about the Myconids. Yeah, if you don't know what Myconids are, they're like mushroom. Like how I am plant, they are mushroom. And, yeah, we don't get along with them. Fungi. They're all male, as, you know, I wouldn't say as it explains, I just said all the plants were girls. But fungi aren't plants, they're kind of their own thing, and they worked better with the, they had a higher success rate when doctoring male DNA than female DNA, something with the Y chromosome. So all of them are male, and they're all kind of jerks. There are 1 or 2 that are nice, but we never really see them. It's always like the jerks that come around like packs of 5 when they come to our little wing of the facility, and it is just. Have you ever had those guys in like high school or college? They're just like, hey, you flower plant, girly nonsense, fragile, you know, all those kind of, you know, the general. I don't jerk kind of attitude. I wouldn't call it bullying, but just, you know, generally being a jerk. I don't say other things because, you know, I don't know if there's saplings watching, little baby saplings. There should be. Oh, there's not one more? Oh, I thought there was one more. I must have put it in the other one. But yeah, that's just kind of us. That's kind of us so far. And that's all I had for lore. We didn't have anyone do questions except for. Actually, let me pull that up real quick on the telephone. Oh, we did get one person who asked, "Can you sing?" And does that count as like the Mandrake scream thing? It does not. I can sing. Will I sing? No, it's incredibly embarrassing. I think I might make it like a little channel points reward. But yeah. Oh, there's another one. Do you speak Japanese? I do not. I speak gibberish and English. Gibberish is my first language. That's why I mess up my English so much. I've tried to learn Chinese and French, and I got fairly well into both of those. Stopped the classes and crashed. I don't remember much of anything. But I think it could be fun to learn Chinese again. Maybe not French. The verb conjugations really screwed me up. But yeah, that's all we did for the little lore recap. I only planned for the stream to be 30, and we do have one more thing left. But yeah, we're on time. If you guys have any questions in chat, just kind of blop them out. Even if we're in a different segment, you can just blop. I want to make sure everyone's kind of, if they want to know, they know. And then we go boop, and then we go boop. Oh, that's where this one went. Oops. I was a little last minute with this. Yeah, I do have a lot of links. I need to find a place to put them all. But right now we have Twitter, Twitter at Mana the Mandrake. Twitch, Mana Mandrake, you're here. Hopefully. If not, you're watching this on the YouTube channel probably 2 months out from now because I suck at the YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I put all my my old VODs and streams on there in their broken form. So we had a coloring book stream earlier that broke into like 8 different pieces. I'm not gonna stitch those together. You guys deserve kind of watch the train wreck as it happened. We don't want to fix this. It's just how it's gonna be. We have Kofi Mandrake. I know, all of these are the same 3 words jumbled about. But yeah, I will come back to Kofi in a second. And our last one is Throne Gifts, if you guys want to send me things. We got the coloring book for the coloring book streams from Throne. And you guys can always suggest things if you really want like a card opening stream now that we kind of sort of have the hand cam working. We can do that. And you know, general snacks. But let's not dawdle. Uh-oh, this whole thing has been ruined. All of my perfect planning. Yeah, but next up, I do VTuber commissions, and currently we're running a sale until the end of May. I will do, like, you come with me, you come to me with, you know, the PNG or your little sketch, and I can turn it into a model for you. I don't have services to design a model with you, but we can always try that out if you want a model from me, but you don't have a design and just want to kind of one-stop shop. The extras are all free, so if you get a copper model that doesn't come with the option of extras, you can just get them anyway. I am trying to learn how to do male models, so we can, like, cover everyone. But yeah, and we'll come back to this. You can find this on Ko-fi. And my other one is I make plushies, like big plushies. This one you see right here is like 13 inches, about a foot tall, or 33 centimeters. If this is over in Europe, or literally anywhere else in the world besides the States, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'll just send me your OC, your VTuber model, and I'll make it into one for you. It's made of fleece, it's super soft, super squishy, and it's 15% off until the end of May! But the price does depend on complexity. I have it default max if you just want to kind of get over with it, but if you have a super simple design and you don't want to do that, just talk to me and we'll make you a custom little listing and you can buy it from there, so you don't have to go through all the stuff. I just can't do a variable price range, unfortunately. And this one